What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of I'll Call You Right Back podcast. My name is Chad Medved. I'm your host for this evening and for every time you listen to this podcast. But welcome, I appreciate you being here. If you're new, welcome to the show. I talk to interesting people about what they do and how they got to that point in life, if you're not familiar with the show. But I have, I got some good stuff to talk about this week. First thing is first. So I'm sponsored by Turner Dairy Farms. They are the creators of Turner's Premium Iced Tea, the blood of the city, the lifeblood of the city of Pittsburgh. It's what runs through the Yinzer's veins, Turner Iced Tea. And, on top of the Turner's Iced Tea, which is, they could hang their hat on that even. They have some of the best dairy products that you could get, accolades, just numerous accolades. They're winning from these competitions. They're getting gold ribbons and milk and cottage cheese, and you can't beat it. Turner's is out here grinding, obviously. But this week, and I don't know how much is left, to be completely honest, but Turner's and Eaton Park have collaborated to bring you Smiley Cookie Limited Edition milk. You heard me right, Smiley Cookie Limited Edition milk. What is more iconic than an Eaton Park Smiley cookie? You go to breakfast with your grandparents, maybe after a church on Sunday, little Sunday school, you go to the breakfast buffet at Eaton Park, and you get a Smiley cookie after. I mean, there's nothing better than that. So Turner's obviously collaborated with Eaton Park. They're bringing you this Smiley milk, which is fantastic. I'm telling you, that's great that they do that. But on top of it, we have a special week this week. My guest this week, Pat Bruener, who is the owner and creator of Bankrupt Bodega and Bodega Film Labs, he brought me in some hidden gems. So the Turner's nutritional shakes, I've never seen them in my entire life of existing. 31 years on this earth, never seen these pints of goodness. So Pat was like, one time he posted them on the story, one of these like small pints, 6 ounces to be exact, that's a sip. It's a sip. But he posted these things on there, and they looked like a milk you would get in elementary school. And I was like, what's up with it? Where are you getting it? I never seen it. I'm obviously a Turner's mark, and I've never seen this product. And he was like, bet, I got you next time we do the podcast. So here we are. Me and Pat did a podcast, a long time ago, back in July of last year. He was episode 124 of the podcast, and we talked about him and his life, and kind of got to where he was with Bankrupt Bodega as a brand. Recently he opened Bankrupt Bodega. I believe he opened it April 10th in Bloomfield, 4120 Main Street. We talk about all of him, his journey into finding this storefront and opening it. But, before he had this store, he had a brand for, years, and he specialized in prints. He did photos, and he made awesome clothes. But Pat brought me this Turner, full circle. I'm obviously long-winded, but Pat brought me these Turner's nutritional shakes, and we had them. We sat here in the beginning of the episode, and we tried them. There's a chocolate, there's a vanilla, and there's a strawberry. And let me tell you, they're delicious. I don't know where you could get them. I have since talked to Steve Turner and asked him what these are and where they could be found. And he said they're usually meant for like hospitals and stuff like that. It's for people that can't really put down a lot of food. It's a lot of calories for a little bit of liquid. So, a little bit of calories in there, but make no mistake, you should try it if you haven't. But anyway, me and Pat sit down and we go through a taste test of the chocolate, of the vanilla, of the strawberry, and Pat was the one who brought me the Smiley Cookie Limited Edition milk. I don't know where he's getting this plug. He got this Turner's plug on lock, but he ended up sharing the wealth with me, and we try all those out for what's in the cup this week. And I thought it was cool because, like I said, I've been here 31 years, never seen these pints of milk ever in my life. Actually, they're not even milk. They're shakes. But maybe I'll post a picture of them because I feel like people might think that it's like the Mandela effect. Maybe I'm lying about it or something. But me and Pat sit down and we talk about what has happened since I talked to him a year ago. So like I said, a year ago, he had this brand, Bankrupt Bodega, and he was doing a lot of cool shit with that, but now he has since opened his own store, like I said, in Bloomfield, which, basically he sells art, apparel, and he does film processing, which is pretty dope because I believe he said he's the only registered film lab in the city, which is pretty cool to hear. So me and Pat sit down and we talk all about that. We talk about all about how he acquired this storefront. There's a cool story along with it all, and it's cool that he was able to make this all happen. And this dude just doesn't stop. He's up day and night, always posting on his Instagram about like him sewing in tags at 2 a.m. He's out there trying ice cream, and I'm just really happy to know him. I met this guy through the podcast, and I probably met him a year and a half ago now, and we've been staying in touch ever since. He's just a really good dude. I'm really pumped for what he has been able to accomplish in the, we've all been in this pandemic, which is, it's fucking insane to think you're opening a film lab in, 2021 is pretty wild to think about because obviously not too many people use film, but I guess it's making a resurgence. But Pat's been making dope ass clothes. Like he got a lot of dope logos. He brought me a cool shirt. I appreciate it. And, I just appreciate him. I'm happy for people's success that are doing cool shit in this city. And he's a value to our community, plain and simple. We talk about a lot of other good shit too, but I'm going to quit beating your ear. I appreciate everyone listening as usual. Run on down to Bankrupt Bodega and check it out. 4120 Main Street in Bloomfield. And, or you could follow them on Instagram. Follow them on Instagram at Bankrupt Bodega and at Bodega Film Lab and check out what he's doing. Because like I said, he's very unique. What he's doing is unique, and I'm just happy to know him. So without further ado, episode 172 of I'll Call You Right Back podcast with Pat Bruener of Bankrupt Bodega and Bodega Film Lab. Slowly but surely, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. This thing looks new.
This is new.
You're coming up, baby.
Coming up. We're on the last time you were here, you didn't have headphones.
I didn't.
So no, I never had headphones before. It was whack as fuck before. Ooh. You get the total treatment. Pull that mic up on you, get that all up, ready to go.
Here we go.
Be all crispy. Sound good? You need the volume up?
I'm good.
Good?
I'm good.
All right. Well, you want to get into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get into it. Oh, yeah. See, before, we'll talk.
I gotta use the telephone.
Hello?
Telephone.
I'll call you right back. Call you right back.
Telephone.
I'll Call You Right Back podcast. All right, we're into it.
Yo.
So before when we did this, it wasn't official. Like you weren't able to hear the intro music, and you didn't get headphones, and like I don't know. To me, it just didn't feel proper. But like now I feel like we were just sitting in my living room before, but now it's like I feel a little bit more professional. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was cozy then. I'm cozy now.
I know it was cozy. It was such a cozy vibe because it was like, welcome into the house. And it's like, we're just sitting and relaxing. Like this is really where I sit and relax. Mm-hmm. And, now it's like, I don't know. I'm happy with the progression. We both been busy.
I agree.
We both been busy. You've been real busy.
I've been real busy, man.
This, the store that you recently opened up is, how long has it been now?
The store opened April 10th.
When did you, because I know that you basically redid the entire thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. We, so it used to be a barbershop.
Yeah.
The storefront itself is from the late 1800s.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I actually had someone do my guy, Charles, he runs the account PGH and Then and Now. I don't know if you know.
I think I do know who that is.
He did a historical background check on the building, which is super cool. So it's been like a barbershop way back in the day. It was like kind of office retail space. And then before I had it, it was a barbershop. And then it was vacant for like a year. And then, I got the key and renovated the whole place.
Where's it at?
It's at 4120 Main Street. It's in Bloomfield.
4120.
People call it like Lawrenceville because it's right in the middle between Bloomfield and Lawrenceville.
Oh, okay. I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear it. So
right next to Tina's, right next to Trace.
was that
Cobra.
was that like something that like you had your sights set on that?
Yeah, man. Oh yeah. This, like, I remember walking past, all right. So it goes way back for me. Like, growing up, like my grandfather was from Bloomfield. So like as a kid, we would always be down there messing around, going out to breakfast, hanging out with like all his old friends. So like I'm like deeply rooted in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then after school, I moved to Bloomfield and was just living there. And that's like the first time I remember seeing the place. Like when it was still a barbershop, you know? And it caught my eye and I like took a photo of it like maybe like 5 years ago. And then maybe like 2 years ago, I noticed it was vacant and I was like, I just knew there was something special about it. And I just like had a connection with it and it was like the only option for me.
Wow. That's cool that there's like a history tie to it.
Yeah.
You know, for you.
Yeah. I was not letting down on it either. That was like the only place I like had to track the landlord down.
Oh, wow.
Basically any way you could think of, like looking up phone numbers, asking neighbors.
So this wasn't like a situation of you just like looking for a random building. Like this is something that you had your sights set on. Mm-hmm. That's even cooler than like, you know, just coming across a cool place.
Yeah.
If that's something that you wanted and you hunted it down, like that's dope.
I did. Absolutely did. So how I ended up getting it, there's the Allegheny County Property Assessment website where you can see like building information and owner history, all that shit.
Yeah.
So I found the property on there and I just started like spamming the owner's house with like physical letters like once a week, dude.
There you go.
And then I gave up. Like I didn't hear back for like 2 months or something.
That's like, you ever see Shawshank?
Yeah.
Like Tim Robbins sends a letter, I think it was like every day for years, and they finally like wrote back, and it's like, fuck, man, be persistent. You're gonna get there.
Yeah, exactly. If you annoy them enough, they're gonna get back.
If you annoy them enough,
and they did. Yeah.
So before we get too into this, we have some special edition What's in the Cup. So I do an opening segment with all of my guests in the beginning. It is called What's in the Cup. All right, so we have. You know, you brought some things that I've never seen in my entire life. Yeah. So tell me what these are and tell me where you found them.
So these, first of all, we have the new limited edition Turner's Milk.
Yeah, shout out to Turner's and shout out
Smiley
to Eaton
Milk.
Park.
Neither of us, it's just like came out today, yesterday. Or whatever.
Yeah, this came out yesterday.
Neither of us had this.
So, but just to give these proper, because I led people awry on the last intro whenever I said you can get these, because I usually say, you know, go down to your local bodega and grab some, but I found out these are only available at Get-Go, Eaton Park, and Giant Eagle locations.
Oh, that makes sense, because the spot I get them from is owned. It's not like a Giant Eagle branded, but it's owned by Giant Eagle.
Okay, then that makes sense. So, yeah, if you guys want this new Smiley Cookie limited edition Turner's Milk with a collaboration with the legendary Eaton Park, you got to go to Get-Go, Eaton Park, or Giant Eagle to grab it. Brand new, out on the shelves. I'm excited to try that. But on top of that, you brought me like some hidden gems.
We have some obscure Turner's products.
I've never seen these ever until you put these on your story one day. I was like, what are these even?
So I don't know. So in Bloomfield, there's a place called the Sure Save that recently like got bought out by Giant Eagle, all this bullshit. But for some reason, man, they have these they're these Turner's protein shakes, they're called, and they come in like a little tiny carton. They're just thick as hell, delicious. It's basically like a milkshake, and they're so good. So they come in strawberry, vanilla, chocolate. I don't know. I've been here my entire life. You've been here your entire life. I've never heard about these, never seen them.
I feel like that these are something you would see like in your elementary school cooler that people would just never grab because it's like, you know, we might have been turned off by thinking it was like because you see nutrition. Yeah. So people back then, it's like, I'm going to go for the chocolate milk. I ain't going through.
I don't think there's anything nutritious about it.
I don't think so. This is just calories for whenever you need to fuel up, because this is a 6-ounce paper paper carton, which is like there's not too much liquid in here, so like it's a quick shot. It's like a shot of wheatgrass, but opposite.
It is. Yeah, I'm gonna be sick if we drink all this.
We are definitely not drinking all this, but because we'll have to stop and both hit the bathroom. But I mean, do you want to dive into these?
Yeah.
What do you want to try first? Do you think?
I haven't tried the chocolate. I've tried both of these. Vanilla is probably my favorite. I have not tried that one yet.
Okay.
So let's do the chocolate.
All right.
They have a fun little like graphic on them too. It says "Shake 'em up" with like a little like milkshake cup.
We're gonna try these out. Let's look how heavy this is. Oh my goodness, dude, that is heavy. All right. Now I'm excited to try this. Dude, it literally just tastes like a melted milkshake.
Yeah.
It's so good though.
I know.
Yeah, like this is absolutely delicious. Man, that's dangerous good because it's like I could just rip like 6 of them probably, but then I might die. Though. Yeah, I would die for sure. Okay, so the next one, we got vanilla. You want to try vanilla next?
Vanilla is my favorite, man.
This is your favorite one?
It is.
Okay.
It's just classic.
Try
it's
the
so
vanilla
good.
next. Some of that.
I mean, strawberry's good too, but
some of that. All right, let's try the vanilla now.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, cheers. I'm sorry. Yeah, that one's
Dude,
so
you know
good.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's just like it's.
Yeah. The vanilla tastes like a Dairy Queen milkshake, like a vanilla Dairy Queen milkshake. I think Dairy Queen has the best vanilla milkshakes of all time.
It does.
But
and there's like very obviously vanilla flavoring in it. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure. Like the chocolate one, I'm a chocolate guy. I love that. That tasted great. The vanilla was great. I'm excited about strawberry. To be completely honest,
I mean, it makes sense.
Strawberry ain't my favorite, you know. That's what's funny about it. Very rarely do I get strawberry flavored things, but obviously it's tied to my name. But I'm excited.
Yeah, maybe we save the best for last.
Oh yeah, we save the best for last. Definitely the best for last for the strawberry. Let's try that one. Try that one. All right, cheers it up.
Cheers.
Cheers. Last one.
I would never advise anyone chug these like we are. Dude,
the strawberry is good.
It's between strawberry and vanilla. I think vanilla though. It's just so
the
good.
vanilla I feel is the best. Like that's my favorite. Those are good though. They really are.
How about the weight and texture?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
You know what I mean. Like that's like if you're trying to get up to heavyweight, you're like sipping on them things.
It is.
Okay, and last but not least, we got the Turner Smiley milk. All right.
I think this is just going to be a sweet milk.
I'm gonna take a sip of this Deer Park to cleanse my palate.
Same.
All right, so Smiley milk. All right, hit it for you. All right.
Bruh.
Wow. It's not what I expected.
Me neither, man. This almost tastes like a holiday drink or something, you know?
Delicious. It's basically like
Wow. That tastes like what do you think it has in there?
I don't know.
It's almost like it has like what's that other flavor I feel like? Not like a cinnamon.
Like a gingerbread or some shit like that?
Yeah, something weird. There's like a weird hit of like it's almost like a cereal milk.
Yeah.
Tastes like a milk that you have after like a good cereal. Man, that's like Cookie Crisp.
It tastes like I know what it is, man. If you have like a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you eat all the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and then you have the milk left over.
Yep, that's
you
exactly
sip
it.
the milk just via the bowl.
That's exactly it.
That's what it tastes like. A sweetened milk. That's what it is.
That's fire, honestly.
That's fire.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that one.
It's not too much.
What's your favorite, do you think, of all the Turner's milks?
Oh, dude, I love the what was it, like the banana chocolate?
Chocolate banana.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so good.
I'm a sucker for banana.
I love the blue milk. That was the birthday
the blue
cake.
milk too. Is
Yeah,
so
the blue
good.
milk. It was crazy. I remember you texted me like a crazy. You had like 8 of them or something. You were like, I bought them out. But I appreciate you bringing these hidden gems.
Yeah.
I'm excited that I finally got to try those. I'm curious if anyone else has ever had those because I've never seen them anywhere.
I've never seen them anywhere.
That's like
I've never heard anyone talk about them.
Yeah, that's like something that like some grandparent got put on a long time ago that owned that store and just always been rocking with them. They probably drink them themselves, and they're like, more people should have these.
What's your favorite?
I think that I'm a chocolate guy, but I think vanilla is still what I could drink the most of.
Me too.
Definitely.
The chocolate's not great, is it?
I mean, it's just a good chocolate taste, but the chocolate reminds me of melted chocolate ice cream, whereas like the vanilla reminds me of more of a milkshake. I don't know. It's weird to describe it like that, but I feel like the vanilla is like more acceptable to be melted like that. I don't know. It's some weird thing in my mind.
Yeah, basically it's like a lukewarm milkshake.
Yeah, but honestly, the Smiley cookie is like what I'm kind of most impressed with because I thought it was just going to be like a sweeter, like just like a sweeter milk, but it has that like weird, like that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily weird, but it has a different flavor.
There's some kind of flavoring in it.
Yeah, touche.
I cannot put my finger on.
Touche, Eaton Park and Turner's always putting out hitters. Also, I just saw so Turner's put out they got another merch drop. They just dropped some golf stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
are you a golfer?
Man, I used to take golf lessons.
I think we talked about that.
Yeah, we did. I think.
Grandview, the worst place in
Yeah, because I remember you hating on Grandview.
Hated it more than anything.
Yeah, I haven't golfed in a minute though.
Yeah,
but I did get a Turner's hat.
Oh yeah,
on the last drop. Yeah, the little dad hat with like the little.
You already know the carton on there.
Joint on it.
It's a cool logo.
It is. Yeah,
it's definitely I like what they're doing. They're working hard over there. Yeah. But I mean, like you're working. I mean, you're in that shop. Around the clock. I see stories of you sewing tags on. I see you making those window portraits. And I mean, you're really, because the last time we talked about this, your goal was to open this store. I don't even know if we talked about it on air.
We didn't. No, last time.
You wanted to keep it under, right?
You
just grabbed your stomach real quick.
Our first one was like 1.5 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then I remember saying like, I'm working on something in the store, but we can't talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that it's cool now because, we're here. I visually could like see all the work you've done over. I'm sorry that I didn't get to come down there because I want to come see it. But like, so exactly like what is the store for anyone that's listening that doesn't know?
So the store is, I like to describe it as like walking into my world pretty much.
Yeah.
So it operates as a film lab. We develop film for over 150 people at the moment.
Wow.
It's also a gallery. So I have a lot of my work hanging in there. We just started doing shows. Like we had an opening about a week ago with my friend Cam Brown.
Yeah.
Where basically he just has some like work up on the walls, selling prints. We did the t-shirt collab.
You're wearing right now, right?
Yeah, yep. Kind of have a party, an opening for the show. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
And then also, the clothing store. We saw the Bankrupt Bodega clothes there.
Yeah, you have like
also
a countless
just like
number
my
of pieces.
studio. Yeah, there's tons of clothes there.
Yeah.
Either like shirts like this, or like I still do like all like the vintage like 101s.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of like commissions for people.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the cool shit. I saw that like you're having those. I mean, it's cool because you carry some of the other shit though. I see you got like the Hounds keychains in there. You got your own keychains in there.
Yeah, we have a couple different people who like sell stuff on consignment, just like random stuff.
Yeah,
we also sell film. We have a huge selection of film for people to buy.
That's a huge thing that's coming back is film, right?
It is, man. The interest is crazy.
Yeah.
We also sell like film cameras. They're all kind of like just geared towards like beginner little setups and stuff. Like a lot of times people will come in and they'll have a lot of questions about film, and I'll have to like show them how to use the camera and like what type of film to get. So it's cool. I mean, a lot of people, and it's like the clientele is like people like that who have no clue and they need a whole crash course on site. And then it's like old heads who come in and like school me a couple times a week. You know what I mean?
That's cool though.
It's cool.
Getting cultured.
I love it either way.
Now, for you to, like, is is this the goal that you had whenever you wanted to open the store, like what it is now, or did you kind of like pivot and do some different things?
No, I mean, this is. Oh yeah, I mean, this is like the vision I had for sure.
Yeah, like
it's
you
working out to a T.
You like planned out wanting to like develop film and everything there.
So I mean, the clothing brand is about 3 years old, Bankrupt Bodega,
Yeah.
and then the Bodega Film Lab opened right around the time like we were talking last.
Yeah, because I remember you were saying you were doing that to like as like a grind to be able to like fund a lot of the other shit you're doing.
Yeah. So that really wasn't always part of the plan, man. That just like fell in line.
Yeah,
it really just happened.
It's like, definitely sick.
I just needed some extra cash, and like I had been developing film for myself for like a long ass time.
How did you even get into that? Like, where did your love of the? I mean, I know we've talked about it before, but where did your love of the photography come into play, and when? I
mean, I always had a camera as a kid, and then my dad gave me his film camera, and I was messing around with that. And while I was at Pitt, I always had a film camera with me. And then I started taking classes at Pittsburgh Filmmakers, which was a spot up in North Oakland that has since closed. But they did like film developing classes, like film editing classes. Like it was an incredible program. Yeah. Sad to see it's gone. But yeah, so that's where I really like got into it, and then I don't know, I just stuck with it.
Yeah, I loved it, huh?
Yeah. And then the film lab opened, and it's really awesome because it's like at this point like the business is split between like the film lab and the clothes.
Yeah.
Pretty evenly.
That's awesome.
So, yeah,
that's
cool.
Great to hear.
And I think without the film lab, like I mean, you have like clothing retail experience. Like clothing is so like hit or miss, man.
Yeah, it is. It's hit or miss.
You put out a piece, like it pops off, or you put out a piece and no one cares.
That's a perfect way to describe it.
So I think without the film lab, like I really wanted to find a way to like diversify the income.
Yeah, for sure.
So I wasn't just relying on clothes. So like it just really all like lined up and worked out.
Yeah, that's super cool. It looks very. I like the setup from what I've seen in all the photos. Like you did a good build out with all that. I love the colors of the outside of it.
Yeah.
The 4120 address is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Like that's. I mean, I feel like it's meant to be, right?
Dude, I know.
Now, are you doing like so for someone who's developing a storefront and like kind of business like this as far as like the photography and the film development? It's like, how do you rely on your previous online presence, or are you like marketing to do film development and stuff like that?
I don't do any advertising.
I didn't think so, but
it's
I didn't know.
It's all just word of mouth, which I love, but I'm going to start to try to do a bit more advertising. But yeah, it's all just word of mouth.
Where do you like where does a storefront like what you have even advertised? Like where do you find someone who needs, like how do you advertise to someone who needs film developed? Where are those people looking, you think?
I think I could do more like obviously just like Instagram promotions.
Yeah.
Like the Bodega Film Lab Instagram page is just like I just share work from people's film who we do.
Yeah, I saw like
and that's it. And I mean people share it and like send it to their friends. So that's kind of where the word of mouth comes into play.
Oh, cool, cool, yeah.
But in terms of like getting out there and advertising, I mean, I don't know, like maybe an ad in like the city paper or something like that could be good.
Cool.
Also, I paid a lot of attention to sort of like the Google analytics of it all. So if you Google like Film Lab in Pittsburgh, my shit's like the first one to pop up. It's also the only official film lab like in the city.
That's why I even asked that, is because like I'm not someone who ever was not conscious, but aware of like the analytics, like the Google analytics. Like I never really followed along with that. But as like a business owner, you always hear that like that's like a huge part of it all. And I'm just curious, like if that was like the route that you were like looking to take and stuff. Like it's interesting to hear though that you're the only like official one. Like that's another thing that I was going to ask, because I know we talked about that old camera shop in Market Square that you said you loved. And I just didn't know if that was like the same type of thing where like they developed shit there. Like there's no other place in the city that does this.
So the place you're talking about, they just like sell and repair cameras. That's a really cool store.
Yeah.
There's a place on the north side. It's called Bernie's. They've been around forever. They do film developing, but they like send it out to a company to do it, and it takes like weeks and weeks.
So like,
we do it in house.
That's what I mean. If I bring 5 rolls of film into there, like, what is the process of that right there? Can you like walk me through exactly what you do?
Sure. So you'll bring them in. We'll have you fill out an order form. Basically, you put your name, email, contact info, all that shit.
Yeah.
You can pay on site, or we can send you an invoice to pay later.
Yeah.
And then turnaround time is about a week. Sometimes less, sometimes more. It just depends on how much I have to do at the time.
Yeah, how late you're up sewing tags in.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, last night I was up developing until, like I said, 1 a.m.
I know, that's dope.
And, so then from there, we organize all the film using these little like call stickers. So a roll of film, we'll get a sticker, and then a matching sticker will go on the order form, and like so on and so forth for however many rolls you have. And then we develop right in the store. It's kind of a old school process. It's all done by hand, and there's like...
Is it like the bowls of the liquids that you're like putting the photos in?
You're thinking of printing. So that's what you're thinking of is like in the darkroom when you use, basically it's like a top-down projector. It shines on the piece of paper, and then the paper goes through those 3 chemical trays.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
What we do is like in these little tanks. So the film goes on these reels and then into the tanks, and then we pour the chemical process through the tanks at very specific temperatures and times. And then it comes out the other end. It goes on the drying rack for a couple hours or a day.
And that's the strips of film?
Yes, that's the film strip negative.
And are you doing prints there?
So we do not do prints. What we do is digital scans. But they're like top-notch quality. And then from there, we'll send you like a download link to your email, and then you'll get like just like all the JPEG files in there. And from there, if you want, you can like send them to the printer or whatever you want.
I feel like that's so convenient. Like it's such a convenient service, especially to have all the film like in JPEG form sent to you. You know that you don't have to worry about doing that. That's dope. Yeah, that's a convenient. It's a convenient process. I saw that you had like a picture that you posted of all the different film you have, and I wasn't even aware of how many different ones there were until like I started to see like my buddies who take photos, post all the different shit. It looks like distressed, old, a dude that I follow has this like old, like, it's like a very old vintage camera. You have to like sit there for like 4 minutes, and it's like I can't remember the way it is, but it's just wild. All this shit is like, kind of making a resurgence.
It is, yeah.
Just like vintage shit.
Yeah,
it's
similar to like records or like...
Yeah, it's all a circle.
Like, people are into cassettes again.
I know cassettes. How crazy is that?
I know.
You think you'll ever get a Walkman again with a tape player?
Probably not.
So
I actually have one, but I'm not going to use it.
I'm
into like collecting old electronics. I have a ton of like VHS recorders or like camcorders.
100%. But it's like if you're walking down the road and you're listening to a tape in a tape player, and you just don't have your headphones in your phone,
you're onto something I don't know.
Yeah,
about.
You're wild right now. Like you're really like out there. That's like the person that like has an outhouse still. Yeah, you're just like, I don't know, if it works, it works. So besides for like all these hours that you're putting in at the store, it's like what other kind of shit you doing? You been on your bike?
Dude, I haven't been riding my bike at all.
Me either.
I'm telling you, man, I'm at work from fucking 10, 11 in the morning till 11 at night, 12 at night.
Sometimes 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
It's really crazy. Yeah, it's just taken over my life. It's like kind of been getting to me lately, honestly, because I really... And I mean, when I'm at work, dude, I'm working. I'm doing like 4 things at once all day. Yeah. Like zipping around the store like a bouncy ball. Fucking off the chains, man. Now,
do you have that feeling of like, because I know that you told me before that you worked like a corporate job. Like, do you have the feeling of, people always say like, oh, I'd love to work for myself. I know I'm going to work harder, but it's more rewarding. Like, do you have that feeling with your own spot right now?
Oh yeah. I love it, man. My biggest motivation is to never have to go back to that environment. Yeah. And I don't mean to bitch when I'm saying that. I love it. I'm a workaholic. Like, my girlfriend makes fun of me for it.
Yeah, but it's like realistically, you have to like.
So we actually have 2 employees now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. That's fucking sick.
So one dude, Jacob, who's also my roommate, helps with the film, and he does like a lot of the scanning and stuff. Helps around the shop. And then we just hired Victoria Miller.
Yeah, I
who's
know who
another
that is.
local photographer.
Photographer, yeah.
So she's going to be helping out now too. So the idea being like I can have a life again.
Yeah, so you can kind of get some time away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So I'm looking forward to that.
it's interesting because I just talked to George from that El Guapo and like the Super Secret Burrito Club. Are you familiar with that that person?
No.
Super Secret Burrito Club. So El Guapo was in Federal Galley, and then he opened this. That like kind of he shut that one down in Federal Galley, and he's opening his own like restaurant. But until he gets it up, he opened this like it's basically like what Brothmonger does. Like he hustles these like crazy good burritos off Instagram and just does drops. He'll like pull up at a Target and people will just like line up and he'll like give them their names. But it's just like cool to see how it's all like, you know, kind of pivoting with it. I feel like I forgot my where I was going with it. Why were we talking about Instagram? Oh, just hard work. Like, you know, like that dude is, that dude's like overwhelmed in the beginning. Like all we talked about in the beginning is how like, you know, this was like so new to him and it's like all the time and like the spent by himself, like just like being worried about this new spot that you're opening and like making sure everything's good and like kind of fine tuning it and like learning how it works. It's like exhausting at first, but I could tell it's definitely rewarding. It's going to be cool for you to be able to like, you know, get a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, really, man. I mean, from the day I got the key, literally the minute I got the key, like I have not stopped. I've been moving at 100 miles an hour. I don't even think I've taken a breath since that day.
Did you have an idea of the build out that you wanted to do before you did this?
I had a vision that changed a couple times. I had a couple people who came through and gave me their opinions and like that kind of helped.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much what I envisioned. Yeah.
That's dope.
But I mean, yeah, as soon as I showed up with like a shovel and a hammer, like when I got the key and like went in there and instantly like didn't even look around, just started ripping up the floor.
Yeah.
Like within the first minute I opened the door
and
it hasn't stopped since then. So like, and I mean, that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like I've worked so hard to build up the business to this point where I can hire people
for sure.
And that's just what needed to happen. You know, there's no other way to do it. Like if you're going to open a business and you're not going to give it your all and work 12-hour days, then
fuck yeah.
Then I don't know.
It's hard work.
I don't want to say you're wasting your time, but like
you want to succeed. There's someone else that's doing that. You know, there's someone else that's putting in that time. Yeah. You know, the cream is going to rise to the top, or the Turner's nutrition shake is going to rise to the top. Them things. It's interesting, like how. You know, people say like an artist, you know, a piece of artwork is never complete. Like someone could work on it forever. And I'm sure that that's the same with something like a storefront and like even like a brand, like a podcast. It's like it just keeps, you know, it keeps like manifesting itself and growing.
Yeah, that's the beauty of like, that's the beauty of the store and like owning my own business is like I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, do whatever the fuck you want.
Know what I mean? Like,
now, I know that you told me you ran into problems in the beginning with whenever you were opening shit up, whenever we were talking about this before with like prints and everything, like for you to like be a business owner and like, cause you're doing all this shit yourself, you're buying these blanks, you're sewing all these patches, you're sourcing these patches and you're doing all this stuff, you know, in the last like year and a half with COVID, like how crazy is it for someone to get like, you know, wholesale supplies and shit? Has it been difficult for you as an owner?
I mean, yeah, I did. I had that issue with the one company, which I think was just like a one-off crapshoot type deal.
Yeah.
Cause I would work with him in the past and it was fine. I don't know what happened, but we definitely burned that bridge. But in terms of like, getting blanks and stuff, not really. A couple months ago was a bit tighter. Like they would be out in certain sizes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, even now, like if I order some blanks, like they might be out of smalls.
Yeah.
And it just is what it is.
Yeah. I didn't know. I haven't tried to get anything.
Not really though. Yeah, not really.
So I mean, like, I feel like we've talked about like a lot of the positives of owning a business besides for, you know, the only negative you're kind of burnt out a little bit just at some point, but what is like he said,
I absolutely am. Yeah.
Like what is a negative that like you came up with? Like, what are some things that you were confronted with that you didn't expect? Like, did you have anything like that? Like shit you had to do with building it out? Like, you know, any like big problems while you were doing this? good. Knock on wood, huh?
Yeah, knock on wood, for real. I mean, the figuring out the lease was kind of tricky. I had to hire a lawyer to kind of to go through some things, and that was like a learning process for me at the same time.
Yeah.
But like we ended up like really finessing the lease and getting a great deal.
There you go. Got to do it.
I mean, I had to spend a little money, but I saved a lot of money in the long run.
That's dope.
So that was like kind of interesting for me and really stressful. Other than that, man, I mean, it's been smooth. I think people just recognize how hard I work and how passionate I am about it, and they just want to support. I also think I had a lot of people be like, it's such a weird time to open a business, because it did open like, right around the time the vaccine came out. So it was like still shit was kind of hot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's such a niche little store and market. Like,
yeah, it's like you're gonna
people like, there was a line like 20, 30 people deep on opening day. So, and then, that was like, that whole day is like a blur to me. It was like that line when we opened the door, and
autopilot,
line all day, man.
That's awesome. What was like did you have to, were you only allowed to like let certain amount of people in at a time?
We had someone kind of like watching the door, like keeping track. I think it was like 10 people at a time or whatever. Yeah, but it was cool.
I guess it's an interesting, aspect of it all, opening a business during like, kind of a pandemic. It's a risky thing, but I feel like, it's only risky if you don't really believe in yourself that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have never doubted myself. I'm not going to say that because I have, because it's like crazy to open a business that's like a film lab in 2021, obviously. But like, so I was like, is this really going to work? Is it not? But I kind of just like stuck with it, man. I just
fucking roll the dice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, what else, what are your plans for the future of all this? You know what I mean? I know that this is a new thing, but, I'm sure you're going to, elevate your developing game, how you're doing that there.
Yeah.
Same thing with the clothes. I'm sure you're going to do that. Do you have any like big events planned or anything?
Yeah. So we have, in Bloomfield, Garfield, there's this thing called First Friday, the gallery crawl on Penn Avenue. Basically every first Friday of the month, all the galleries open up and have like a show opening. So we have shows opening like alongside those every first Friday. So we have those. I have a couple other like various pop-ups planned. Let's see what else. I'm doing this thing I'm excited about. I haven't really mentioned much, but like I started working with this organization that allows like businesses or people to sponsor streets in Pittsburgh for like cleanups. So Bankrupt Bodega sponsors Main Street.
Oh, that's cool.
So we're gonna do like a trash cleanup pretty soon. That's also gonna be, and we're gonna do like a shirt for it. It's gonna be like the Main Street Litter Getters.
What is the company?
I forget. It's just they just have like an Instagram page. I forget, dude.
Yeah, it's I think that there's something like that in Southside that the people from the Anybody Can Do This show, they told me about as well. It's called like
they have like almost 3,000 followers. I forget.
It's not the Allegheny City.
No.
It's called like Pittsburgh.
It's like the Pittsburgh Street Stewards. Or
yes,
some shit
Pittsburgh
like
Street Stewards. That's exactly what it is. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember the last name of it, but I heard about that recently.
So I'm trying to do more stuff like that. And yeah, again, we have the shows planned out. I really want to focus on that because that's like basically a third of what I want the store to be. Is like gallery, film labs, retail shop.
Yeah.
So we really want to focus on the gallery shows. Hoping now that we have some employees and I'll have some more time, I really want to get into like photography, like film photography workshops and classes.
Oh, that would be cool. You hosting them.
Yeah, or like have guests host them. Like
yeah.
Other local photographers.
That's what I mean. Like your spot, like have like a host, the place to host them.
Yeah,
that's dope, dude.
Yeah,
that would be fun for sure. I would do something like that.
Yeah. I have one in mind that's like a photo walk, basically. So you like this. There's like, say there's like 8 slots to be filled, so people can fill the slots. You show up that morning. We provide you with a film camera. And this is all built into like the package, So we provide you with a film camera for the day, a couple rolls of film, and then the development is all built in. and we would just like walk around and like shoot photos, and like I would show you how to use the camera, like give you some tips, shit like that.
That would be fun as hell.
Because a lot of it, like people have like this anxiety about getting into film because it's like
they think it's so like intuitive and shit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what it is, man. It's just like people just need to go for it, but sometimes they need a little push. You know what I mean? They
need to know that it's overwhelming for someone to just buy something themselves. Like for me to buy this board and just like try to learn it with no background whatsoever is super overwhelming. But like I knew that I just had to do that. But like I could see people being overwhelmed with like cameras and shit. Like someone doesn't want to just make a commitment to buy a camera if they're not going to know how to use it. But I feel like it's so much more inviting to have someone who's savvy with it all there to just bounce questions off of it.
Yep.
And it's more inviting rather than like giving someone a sour taste in the beginning whenever they first use one. Because if someone buys a camera and takes photos and they look like shit or whatever, they might, that's going to sour their taste. But if you're there explaining things along the way, like I feel like that would be really fun to do.
Yeah.
Definitely that would be something
So
fun.
we're definitely going to do that class. But yeah, along with that, I feel like the store is just like a very welcoming place. And sort of like...
I think you're a welcoming guy.
Thank you. And it has just like this creative essence by nature.
Yeah.
And compared to like other camera stores in the area that like remind you of like your dentist office, I mean, this is like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And it happens every day, man. People come in and they like don't know how to get the film out of the camera. And I'm like, they have like some people are like all anxious about asking about it. And I'm like, listen, like I want you to know this.
Yeah, like this is why I opened this.
Yes, like I love this sort of stuff.
Yeah,
like, please let me
being
show
able
you.
To help someone, like shepherd someone into an awesome experience. Like it's like you shepherding someone into like this this fantasy land.
Yeah, I'm like listen, this is like a dying art. It's okay. You don't know how to do it. Yeah. I want to show you because this is like my life's passion, and I want you to be passionate about it too. And I want to give you the tools. Yeah, you're in the club and you want to bring other cool people into the club. Yeah. It's fun to like do that. It's fun whenever you could find someone that is, kind of on that same wavelength, that has the same interests of you. Like so many people in the world, and you're just like, man, you find someone that feels passionately about something that you feel passionately about. That that's a powerful moment. Yeah, it is. It's definitely cool, and it's cool whenever it's someone that's completely random. That like, oh, I know. Yeah. These are all random people that I'm meeting on here. Like, just people that I'll talk to 3 days beforehand. I just invite them in my home, and by the end of it, we have friends, we have a 2-hour-long conversation, and it's so much more, than just like learning about someone's life. I don't know. It's cool to just have someone new, especially after like a year and a half of like being locked away in a fucking dungeon, kind of how that felt. But it's like to get out and just have conversations and shit again. It's refreshing. It would be refreshing, like anyone that worked in retail, people always say like, oh, retail's a nightmare, like people, you got to deal with all these people, but it's like only if you're in like kind of a shitty place. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I get that if you work at like an H&M. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally, I swear to God on my life, that's exactly the place that I was thinking of. Yeah. I was like H&M. Yeah. My store, Jacob and Victoria is just starting, but they're both like, they love working there. Yeah. Plus, like you're like a social butterfly. Like you have a lot of friends. Like you're a good person. You're a good asset to the community. People, even whenever I met you, like I felt like that you were just super cool. We've stayed in touch ever since then. And it's just like, I don't know. It's refreshing that you have a place and like there's friends that patronize you because you're doing something cool, and if you have a good friend, like that's what they want to do. They want to support they want to support good things that are coming out. Yeah, that, but like also a lot of the store, man, is even just like people walking in off the street. Yeah. Especially like the first 2 months, like all them like old yinzers around there, like, hey, what's going on in here? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing in here? But it's a lot of walk-ins too. Do you have like what's like an old head's like interpretation of your store whenever they say like, what is this store? Because I know that they're like, hey, what are you doing there? Yeah. And I'm like, well, we develop film, so and so. They're like, oh, film, like what's that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool to like, people can't believe it's still like around. And I'm like, you know.
And you're like explaining to them like, yeah, it's making like a pretty big resurgence. Like,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that just shooting it, and it's cool. You know, it's definitely, all the photos look sick. You know, I saw them ones that you were posting with Germ and Bill Waves. They're coming in. Well, this will come out after their interview, but you know, I'm going to sit down with both of them.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be sick. I'm happy for both of us. You know, I'm happy for anyone in the city that I've spoke to that has just been, you know, really doing shit, you know, and like grinding at it, even in this like time of like despair that we just like kind of trudged through.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, it's like if you talk to like any like musician at the time, like people are like so booked right now.
Yeah.
Same with like, I'm sure Antoinette is like jammed up right now because weddings are like
Crazy,
coming
dude.
back like ever. You know what I mean? It's like it's a
wild.
beautiful thing, dude.
It is, and it's so weird to like think that it's like I bought my first set of concert tickets the other day.
Me too.
And I'm just like, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You know, what'd you buy?
I'm going to a show called Billy Strings at Stage AE.
I love
He's
that
like
name.
a bluegrass dude.
That sounds sick. When is that?
Fucking August, I think.
Yeah. That sounds good. Maybe I'll buy some tickets to it.
Man, it's a good time.
Yeah, I'm just like into it. Like I was always someone before that like never really, you know, like I would go to places, but I would always have like kind of like some social anxiety. Like I never really like went out to like, I hated going to bars and shit, but it's like now, you know, I like crave that. Like I want to go out and like, you know, be in places, and it's weird to feel some sort of like normalcy again a little bit. You know, like I bought them tickets to the show and I'm just like, God, it's going to be crazy. You know who Mark Rebillier is? He does like this loop shit on like he's just this wild dude. He has like a funny ass like French mustache, glasses, and he just does these crazy
loops in his apartment and
like techno
says wild
type
shit over.
Oh yeah,
I think
that's him.
Like, in like he's like big on like YouTube and
Dude,
Facebook
he's
videos.
huge.
And shit.
He's fucking huge.
I know
like,
what you're talking about.
Dude is an animal, and
he's a
like a
beast.
super incredible musician. And like he was coming to Pittsburgh, and like I bought tickets. Me and Antoinette got super into him during the quarantine because he was doing like these daily streams.
Yeah,
and like it's every day. This dude is like, it's all just like improv. Like he's just like. He's doing improv. People are calling in and like just doing suggestions.
He did the one with like DJ Premier, right?
Yeah.
That's the first one I saw. And I was like, oh, God damn, this is crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's wild because like, you know, them shows it's like a fucking rave almost.
Yeah.
And we bought these tickets, and it's going to be wild to go there and like just experience that, because it's like,
So that's the live show too? He just does like improv?
yeah, it's
And
like he
fucks
goes
around?
there and it's all loops and shit, and it's gonna,
love it.
you know, supposedly it's like one of the best. People say it's like some of the best live shit they've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm sure
And,
it's got to be fun.
Then I bought Andrew McMahon tickets. You know who that is? He's something corporate, Jack's Mannequin. I don't know. He's like an old something corporate was like an old emo band and shit. But it's good stuff. It's just wild to feel that like, you know, things are kind of like loosening up their grips.
Yeah, it is wild.
So what else? I mean, like, what else are you up to? Like, what do you do for fun now besides working? Anything? Do you watch anything? Do you?
I don't, man.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't have any streaming services. I don't.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, I just work.
Yeah.
It's really, it's kind of sad.
Well, so like, where are you getting like, you know, so you have like an interesting, style of like your clothes that you put out. It's like you take these like really awesome photos of like just these random places, and then you make these like digital, like high quality patches, and then you sew them on. It's like, is that is that still like the plan of like what you're trying to do? Like, are you still actively taking photos and shit?
Dude, I'm not, and it makes me so sad, honestly. Because that last summer, like all I would do was go out and shoot photos. Yeah, like all day, all night.
Those were some of my favorite Instagrams. Yeah, you would just post like 15 photos at a time.
Searching for Pittsburgh nostalgia. I want to get back to that now that I have some time.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, man, I just been fucking working nonstop, dude.
Yeah. You don't ever take days off.
It's no, not really, man. I'll take like a Sunday evening off after work, but like that's it. You know what I mean?
What are all the hours that are going into sewing patches and shit like that, and like coming up with or like creating clothes?
Sewing patches, developing film takes a lot of time.
Oh, okay.
I'm also always like doing shoots for other people.
Yeah.
Like nonstop. I have a couple shoots a week. So like editing photos, I mean, doing product shots, like shit, man. I don't know. Just
How's your mental right now with all this?
I'm good, dude. I'm stoked.
Yeah.
like I said, I'm like a workaholic. Like if I'm at home, like watching something, I'm like,
you feel like
I'm bored. I'm like, damn, I should be at work right now. Like working is fun to me.
Yeah.
Especially
I don't know, if it's your own place.
Yeah, because I love it so much, or what it is. But like work is like fun for me. But I don't know, man. If I, you know, I'll like go out and get a drink after work with some friends or something.
Where do you like to frequent? Were you? Did I see you bowling at Arsenal? Were you in that?
Yeah, I've been messing around with the bowling boys a little bit.
How's are you a bowler?
No.
I feel like you're in the fucking trenches with them animals up there. You got Big Ern McCracken Boyd.
Yeah.
You know, he's bowling like almost a 300. He was like one frame off of
I know,
300.
Dude. I know. I've never seen a man so
driven.
So driven.
Driven
at the
is
alley. Like you know what I mean? He'll like fuck up a frame and like his whole night's ruined.
Because the whole game is
ruined. Around
ruined.
the whole alley like fucking pissed off. He's hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny, but he's been putting in work.
Yeah. Oh, bro, they go like
every day.
It's like 3 or 4 times a week.
I see his stories every day, and it's like it'll be like 240. Then the other day I saw it and it was 290, and I just like I messaged him. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I know, and he told me a long time ago before he started like bowling again. Really, he was like, dude, I used to be nice because like he also plays pool. Nice. Yeah, well, that's before he started again. He was telling me, he was like, dude, I was on like the bowling team and shit, and I was like, that's crazy. Like I just never expected it. Bowling is such like a weird.
It's so weird.
It's weird. I was never a big fan of it.
I'm trying to learn though. I'm trying to learn like because I'm hanging out with those dudes. Like they're so nice. I'm like, yo, like show me some moves. Like
show me how to put that curve on it. You know?
Because right now I'm just straight down the line as hard as I can throw it.
Yeah, that's what I do too. Just hoping that the velocity just makes them all fall
makes
over.
Them explode. Basically, I want to disintegrate those pins. But so I've been up there bowling a little bit. I go to Tina's. It's the bar right next to the store.
Yeah. What is that? The place that there was a fire?
No. So the fire was in between. So there's Tina's is like on the corner.
Yeah.
There's this radio skate shop is next to Tina's, and then there's the house that caught on fire, and then there's the store.
Oh, so it was right in between you.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Like, did they figure out what the fuck happened with it?
I haven't heard anything about what happened. Like the cause of it, you mean?
No, I mean like was there people in there and shit like that? Was everything all right?
Oh yeah. So honestly, man, I don't want to talk too much about it, just out of respect for the people who were affected by it. But yeah, everyone was safe. There was the house next to us was totally destroyed. There was an apartment above the skate shop that was totally destroyed. And yeah, that was one of the craziest nights of my life. Yeah. Hands down. Maybe the craziest.
Your spot was all right though?
My spot was all right.
Yeah.
It's just somehow, dude, I have no idea.
What about the other place?
It's only 2 feet away from that building.
Was the skate shop all right?
The skate shop is all right from what I've heard. Their wall is touching the wall of the place that burned down.
Yeah.
Mine is like 2 feet separation. There's kind of like a little walkway between the two.
Oh, okay.
So I think maybe they'll like have like some water damage in that wall or whatever, but I think they're good.
That's intense.
It was intense, man. I mean, I'm like, it's hard for me to talk about, honestly, dude. It was really fucked up.
Yeah.
It was a really fucking crazy night. But yeah, we started the GoFundMe for them. We raised like 16 grand.
Yeah.
And got them back on their feet pretty quick. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
That's
I grew up, my dad was a fireman my whole life, so I grew up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I grew up like my mom, like if there was a fire call, my mom would sometimes like take us to go see my dad there, you know? So I like grew up around that shit, but it never really hit close to home like that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, man. I mean, just like from like the smell of it to the sounds that night, like shit really like triggers me.
Yeah. I bet.
But yeah, we were all good, man. I have no idea.
Whenever I was in, I used to go to this after school program, and in 4th grade, we would like after school, you would go and hang out in the cafeteria with like, there's like instructors and shit. And one day we were outside and like we came back in and then like we heard all this shit. We went outside again and literally the house right next door was just engulfed in flames. And like,
dude, it's one of the gnarliest sights you can see.
Yeah, I'll remember it forever because like it was like I remember just sitting there thinking like, what the it's insane for sure. I'm happy that your shit was all right though. It's a shame that that happened to the other people. What now
crazy.
Like, what time did that happen?
It's crazy, dude. I was out front of the store, vacuuming out my car. This was about, I'd say like 8:30, 8:45.
Oh, okay.
So I finished that. The house was all good. Everything was fine.
Yeah.
Locked up. I went home to walk my dog, and then I was going to do something that night. So I'm out walking my dog, and I get a call that's like, well, first of all, I heard sirens, a lot of sirens. It was like a 5-alarm fire or something, dude. There was like 20
you live far
fire
from
trucks
from your store?
About 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So I heard the sirens, and then I got a call, and it was like my girl who lives on that street too. And it was like, hey, there's a building on fire. It might be the store.
Oh, wow.
And that's all I knew, dude. So I fucking rushed the dog home. Tried to like take a breath real quick, calm myself down a little, hopped in the car.
Yeah.
Got there, fucking lickety split, dude.
Yeah.
And the whole time I still didn't know like what it was, So I'm just like in my head, I'm like, man, 50-50 chance. It could be the store. Like they told me it's like, it could be the store, meaning it's like either the store or the house on to the left of it or the house to the right of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I pulled up, man. I like fucking illegally parked right with the fire trucks. I fucking whipped it right up behind them shits,
Yeah.
Hopped out. I don't even think I turned the car off. Like ran up and it was the house next door. And I was just saying like, holy shit.
That's insane. So you grew up seeing all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wild.
My dad has like carried people out of houses and shit. Yeah.
That's crazy. It's an intense. I feel like it's an intense job.
It was. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, that's an intense job.
It's an intense job, and the firehouse is like a block away from the store, so I think like it being so close really helped. I think if they would have been there 5 minutes later, it would have been like
curtains.
The whole block could have been on fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely wild. I should get a firefighter on the podcast, talk to him.
Dude, you should.
Yeah, that would be pretty wild.
Yeah, them dudes are crazy, man.
Yeah, I follow a couple of them.
I'm just like standing there, and those dudes are like up there on the roof and shit, and they're
running into
it.
People run away from that shit, and these guys are running into it.
Yeah,
and it's just like you got like this dude that I follow. He won a giveaway one that I was doing. Mm-hmm. He's a firefighter. Like he is like an ultra athlete too. Mm-hmm. But it's just like he's pretty active on social media. But it's like it's just like pretty wild to be able to see everything behind the scenes. Like he is showing like where they stay, like some shit that's happening, but that would be a wild job for sure.
For sure.
Now, I don't remember if you answered this the last time we talked, but it's like, did you have any ideas of what you wanted to do before you opened your store? Like, do you have any other paths in life?
I always wanted to be an architect.
Oh yeah.
I think that's why like a lot of my photos are kind of architectural based.
Yeah.
I guess you could say, but it was like that and like, I don't know, like shooting photos. I studied urban planning in school, but that was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't even remember any of that shit.
Yeah. I guess rephrasing it is like, did you ever expect to like have your own store and shit like that?
I guess, yeah. Like I had always wanted to like, I think so.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I remember like going shopping with my grandma at the mall and be like, "This is awesome!" Like, I love to like touch and feel clothes and just like study brands and see what what the clothing stores are doing, see what they're putting in the store.
I love the relationship between a sale, a transaction. Like I grew up in flea markets. Mm-hmm. Like we were always at flea markets. Dude. Like that's ever since I was little. Like that, I attribute to the way I could talk to anyone is with me communicating to all these You know, the people at flea markets are every type of person in the world.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can get bikers, fucking old vets.
Yeah.
You know, and you're and I'm a young kid, just like trying to barter with them. My dad would always just like slip me a 10 or a 20, and like, you know, whatever I could get that day out of it. So I learned to barter quick because like my dad was always just like,
we do a lot of that. Like, not a lot, but like people bring in cameras to sell to the store. So I do like kind of a lot of negotiating there, stuff like that. So,
hey, before we leave, I have that, I have a Polaroid camera. Remember I told you I had that? That just reminded me of that. I have that. Don't let me forget about that. I got that. But
yeah, I think, it seems like this is sort of like a destiny for me, if you will.
Yeah.
Especially just because everything has worked out so well, so smoothly, except the fire. You know, it's funny, man. Like 2 weeks before that, I was like, shit, this shit is going way too smooth.
Yeah.
Something is going to go wrong.
Yeah.
I just knew it, dude. I knew it. Luckily, you know, it was all good, but like it could have been
way worse.
But yeah, I mean, I think, I think I've like realized this future for myself, if that makes sense.
What are your hopes? You know, what are your hopes and like what are your goals for, you know, the upcoming future? You know, do you have any like concrete goals, or do you just want to like, you know, get better at what you're doing?
I want to like kind of perfect the business model at the store right now.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would love to open more stores.
Yeah.
I consider the store itself to be an art piece. Just because it's so old and needed so much work, and it's just like my personal touch to everything. So
you did a lot of this yourself?
Yeah.
A lot of that build out?
Oh, I did the whole thing with like a handful of friends, you know what I mean? Helping every once in a while. But I mean, I was working harder then than I've ever worked at anything.
Did you have a background in any sort of like, you know, construction type shit?
I messed around in like, not really.
Yeah. I messed around, not really.
Yeah. Like I renovated like another little Bloomfield house, just like doing some drywall and stuff. But like,
you got thrown into.
I mean, I grew up in that kind of like my dad is very hands-on, like mechanical guy.
Yeah.
So like I grew up around that kind of shit.
It's cool that you got to experience that yourself. Obviously, you know, while you're doing it, it's overwhelming, but it's cool to be able to
a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah.
It's cool to live it. What I was going with that is exactly that. I really want to like open more stores and like be able to go through that process again of like the build out and the renovation. Like I love that shit.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be able to like do that soon. But really like the main goal for me is just, I mean, the store is only like 3 months old, man.
I know, it's crazy.
Like I really want to perfect what's going on there and then try to be able to duplicate it.
Yeah. I'm anxious for you to start those classes. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That walk on.
Yeah, we have the walk class I want to do, and then another one is like a peer review, which is something like we used to do at Filmmakers, where like you know, it's kind of like a roundtable discussion, and you like look at each other's photos on the projector on the wall.
Yeah, and then everyone gives notes.
Yeah. And then you either cut up on them or you like them.
Yeah, I thought that it was
but like
cool.
I want it to be, because dude, I have this I want it to be like kind of brutal. You know what I mean? Like I want people to be like,
gotta be blunt.
Yeah, I want people to be like, that shit's whack, because that's how we used to do it in photo school. Like,
I know.
And now it's like you don't want to say anything bad about somebody's shit on Instagram or whatever. So like nobody's like, yo, that photo. Like,
I want to know if
whack.
I want to know if my shit is like slipping.
So I want people to come for that experience of being like like not like anything hurtful or anything, but like constructive criticism, but like very blunt.
Anything hurtful, you start making comments about people's bodies.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want it to be like, I don't want it to be fucking brutal.
Yeah, you can't sugarcoat
like,
shit. You're not going to learn, you know?
Yeah, but I want it to be like a really constructive criticism type learning environment. So that's another class I think we might be doing.
That sounds fun. I mean, it sounds like an interesting time, right? I mean, like that sounds like a valuable tool for someone who is like really committed to wanting to get better. It's like you can't be afraid of what people's comments. You know what I mean? Like I take advice, you know, and it's just whether you apply it or not. But All right. Well, I mean, I'm excited for your future with this. It's fun to see, it's always fun to see people, build, manifest something around them, like cultivate this, like, this life for them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's really it. I've just,
been working.
I've been working. I mean, it's just like the store is,
put your bio
like I
out.
said at the beginning of this, the store is like really just walking into my world. It's just like the inside of my head in a physical place. And it's all my interests. It's all the colors I like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The fonts that I like.
Yeah.
It's very detailed.
I love your film canister logo. I really love that logo. I think that's such a cool logo.
Yeah, me too. That's, Cam Schmidt. You may have seen his page. He works out at like Redfish Bowl.
What's the Instagram?
iCam.
Yeah.
He does like a lot of cartoon characters, illustrations. He started doing like these clay sculptures that are really dope.
Oh wow!
So yeah, he did the film lab.
He's collaborating with the one glass guy, right?
Muller,
yeah, Muller Glass. I have seen him.
Cam's killing it right now.
I have seen it. I saw them like they're like almost like just like what would you want to call them like?
They do like
little areas. Like he'll like sculpt like a. It looks like how do you even explain it?
It's like
dude?
an atrium.
Yeah,
what do you call those?
A model. It's like a model of like it's like something you would see like on like a train model or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and
it was cool. I did see that
glass case.
I did see that.
His
That's
stuff's
neat.
cool, man. So he did we originally were just going to do that T-shirt.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, that's obviously got to be the Film Lab logo.
Yeah, because that's a super cool logo. It's fun. It's got a vintage look to it.
Yeah,
but I like it. I mean, I like what you're doing, dude. I I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan. Even though that I moved out of the city and I feel like I don't get to frequent as many places or experience as many things. And like now,
30 minutes ain't even out of the city. You know
yeah, but it's like 30 minutes now is different than the way it was. Like it's just different now. Like life feels different. Like this house, like I just got shit to do here and stuff like that. It just wasn't as easy to just go away, and just like whenever I wasn't working too, whenever I wasn't working, it was easy to like fucking just go ride my bike. We would link up, go get some coffee and ride bikes. It's like,
oh yeah, but dude, there was like a month period we were riding bikes.
I know.
That was awesome.
It's just like, and then I go back to work and it's just like, just, it's kind of depressing,
It is. Yeah. I get depressed at work too.
Well, I mean,
like shit, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, but I would for you, but for you, it's different. I mean, like this is your thing, so like that's what I'm working towards. Obviously,
I know what you're saying. Yeah,
but working for someone else, gets a little.
I know what you mean.
I'm trudging through it, but it's cool. At least I'm fortunate enough for where I am. But all right, so let's get to the juicy ending segment of the podcast. I feel like I almost had a stroke there. I couldn't even say that. Let me put a little time there. All right, ending segment that I do with all my guests is an ending segment called Desert Island Questions. So, I don't remember what you said for any of these last time.
Me neither.
I'm sure you don't. I'm sure no one else does.
I might have different answers.
I love that. That's why Antoinette will be like, why do you always ask the same people Desert Island questions? It'll be like, people's lives change. Like, I have the different answers every single day. If it's a different day, I have a different answer. Yeah. You know what I mean? But the first category for Desert Island questions is things to watch.
Yeah. Curb. Probably my favorite show ever.
I just got into Seinfeld.
Man, Seinfeld's great.
I'm in the 4th season now. Never watched it before in my life, but I really love it.
Yeah, it's a bit like dated.
Yeah, it is, but it's still
the jokes and like
it still applies to your life 100%.
Yeah.
I find myself thinking, I'm in Seinfeld moments. You know what I mean? Like a perfect example. We have like this funny neighbor who's just like overstays his welcome. You know what I mean? Just won't leave you alone. Wants to talk all the time. So me and Antoinette, we took the dog to daycare one day. We haven't got to go out and just like have breakfast. Mm-hmm. So we were like, let's just go to Eaton Park and have breakfast. We're going to just go to Eaton Park, pull up to Eaton Park. We pull up the exact same time. And the neighbors.
You with him?
No, I didn't eat with him. Antoinette was like, I can't do this right now. So we just went down the road and went to the, we drove to a different one.
That's hilarious.
She was just like, I just can't do this right now because that would have been what it was.
It's just like real life, like situational
I was like,
comedy
that's a Seinfeld moment right
Same
there.
thing with Curb. Do you watch Curb?
I haven't yet, but I watched a couple, I've watched like a handful of episodes of that, but I felt that I needed to watch Seinfeld before I watched Curb. But I mean, it's a lot to get through, but I will watch it because I'm a big fan of Seinfeld now. You know, now that I gave it a fair shot, and I really, really enjoy it. It like blew my mind. The one day I was watching it, so I was probably like 1 or 2 seasons in, and at first I was like, man, I kind of don't vibe with how like it just opens with like a bit, and like it just switches back to bits, and I was like, this is kind of like dumb. But then I was like, holy shit, like this whole episode is about this whole episode is just his life, and then this is how he converts them into a bit. And it's
the same with Curb and Larry David. It's like literally his life.
And
how he acts.
I get that, but I'm talking about as far as like it'll show, you know, like the scene of them doing something, and then it shows how Jerry developed that experience into a bit. And it like blew, I like had an epiphany. I was like, this is the greatest show of all time that he does.
I mean, I've heard he's a dick, but he's obviously a comedic genius.
Come on. I mean, he definitely is probably, he's probably very selective on who he wants to speak with.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like that's like a whole different level of just like untouchable. Yeah. That's like Jay Leno. You know what I mean? Jay Leno, I'm sure.
I think they're friends actually, because they're both really into like classic cars.
I know. It's wild. That's what I mean. Those people hang around with them people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got to have $100 million crib or get out.
Yeah. All right. Garage full of cars. You said Curb?
Curb. Like I said, man, I really don't watch that much. I watch a lot of soccer, honestly. All day, pretty much. I just have
Who you been
soccer
rooting
on.
for in your
Man City's my team, like year round, I guess. But in the Euros, I'm Belgium. But Belgium got kicked out.
They did get kicked out.
Finals tomorrow, though.
I know. England,
so I'm excited for that. England and Italy.
And Italy. Who do you think will win?
England.
I think so too. My boss is from England, and they're crazy. Like,
they're wilding out over there.
No, he's here.
But
but he was from England. Like he is. It's wild to watch them like talk about shit and like, you know, go over it, and like how upset he was at like that Super League, and like listening to him talk about that passionately.
Got real triggered about that.
They were triggered about it. He was like, you can't change something that's been around forever. Cause like I was like, what does this mean? Like what happened? Why is this all over the internet? And he gave me like a 25-minute long explanation of like, he's like, this is like change in history. And I'm just like, all right, I get it. But
it is.
Soccer's wild though.
Soccer, and then I mean, I spend a lot of time on YouTube, honestly, like watching like camera videos, shit like that.
Yeah.
Film videos.
You're always doing something to try to better further your education.
Yeah, for sure.
It's understandable.
If I'm watching a TV show, it's probably Curb.
Yeah. I did myself a disservice, and I started Sopranos, and now I'm addicted, and I have to finish it.
Oh, yeah?
It's a lot of commitment, though. It's 6 seasons.
I have not seen The Sopranos.
I know it's something that I passed over, but so many people, that's the reason I watch Seinfeld. So many people has picked Seinfeld on here for Desert Island, and I'm like, I'm missing out on something. Yeah. So I started it, and then The Sopranos, so many people picked that, and I'm just like, I obviously am missing out on something. You don't hear anyone who's like, man, The Sopranos was trash. It's like Breaking Bad. Yeah. It's like, have you never seen Breaking Bad?
I have seen all Breaking Bad.
That's what I mean. You're missing out on something if you haven't.
That's borderline a show you should watch twice.
Yeah.
Or 3 times. Maybe.
Honestly, the best show that I've watched in the past like 5 years is Snowfall. It's a show on FX. It's about like a young kid in South Central who started out selling weed from like his uncle. He was selling weed, and then he like leveled up into coke, and it's like him. But they like work in like the Contra and like all the shit with the government, like incorporating drugs into the city. It is a wild fucking show, but it's good. It's a long commitment though.
Long commitment.
I feel like
that's what it is for me, dude. I can't commit.
I know. I feel shitty whenever you know it's like 6 hours past one day or one night. It's like,
dude, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I wish I like. I used to like binge watch shows and shit. I just don't have the time anymore.
That's all right. I respect that.
I guess Bob's Burgers would be in there too.
I just started loving that
Bob's
too.
Burgers.
Yeah, that's really funny. It's a great
so
show.
dumb and funny.
Yeah.
Bob's Burgers or King of the Hill. I love.
Okay.
I've seen all of those a couple times.
All right. Now, do you read at all?
Not really, man.
Okay. So
We had the same shit last time.
we did have the same thing. Okay, so 3 favorite restaurants in the city to eat
3
at.
favorite restaurants. Apteca, you been there?
Apteca.
That's right by the store.
No.
It's vegan Eastern European food.
Never heard of it.
Dank. Crazy environment there too.
Wow, Apteca.
Incredible restaurant.
I'll get to that place.
Incredible restaurant. Yeah, they had all kinds of like write-ups from like food publications like all over the country even. Apteca is up there. Shit. Dude, I've been loving on Badamos, baby.
You already know that. That's the truth.
I'm trying, you know what I mean? It's Sunday evening. I'm trying to get greased up.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, like, you really can't beat it. It's
I know,
like
it's so good, dude.
Honestly, there's a pizza out here that I tried. So,
Is it Vincent's?
No,
I seen that on the way in. Is that a true Vincent's?
that's like a side Vincent's. You know, that's
it's
not
like-
that's not
it's
like
like
the
the swamp
Vincent's.
pie?
No, that's not like that one. That's like the Vincent's in Green Tree. And the one in Green Tree is not the same one that's in like Turtle Creek or whatever.
Yeah.
That's not the same.
Yeah.
You would think it was,
Yeah.
but it ain't. I was
grew up
disappointed.
eating the ones out there.
I know, those were the truth.
OGs.
You'd have that fucking swamp pie. You
Yeah,
just
bro.
a pool of grease that you. It was like au jus.
Yeah, bro.
I know it was like that. Was like it's like that whenever in Papa John's they give you that garlic dipping sauce. That's just like artery clogger.
Yeah, it's basically like that, and then they pour 4 cups of that fucking sauce in the middle of the pie.
But there was it's called Pizza Owls out here. So I guess it's a chain. They had one in like Morgantown, but Anthony Badamo told me, you know, he we always talk about pizza. So I hit him up and I was like, I found it out here. You know, I found the one out here. And he was like, man, I've heard about it. I got to try it. But Pizza Owls, dude, the pizza is unreal.
It's just out here.
Yeah. Oh, no, I mean, I don't know where other ones is, but I just found this one out here randomly, and we've been recently getting that one. Been pretty impressed with it.
I've never heard of it, but yeah, Badamos. B52 is a spot in Lawrenceville.
Never heard of it.
It's like a vegan.
Are you vegan?
No, but my girl is vegetarian, so like she's really been trying to shift me that
Yeah.
way.
I don't-
and I'm all about it, man. I'm loving it
For
you know
sure.
what I mean?
For sure. I've been getting weirded out a little bit.
What?
With
meat?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it weirds me out.
It definitely
Raw
weirds me.
meat in particular. You know, once it's cooked, I'm like, that looks fucking delicious. But like handling raw meat is like
The thing that weirds me out is chicken and like chicken wings. You know, I've been
the bones.
just like the tendons and shit in there. Like I've been getting weird about wings.
Yeah.
I remember like I realized myself eating them and being like, this is kind of weird now. And then I'm just like, I ate a dozen wings. Like I literally just killed 6 chickens and you know, but I don't know. I just been having weird things. I also still eat meat, obviously, but you know, it's definitely on my mind a little bit more.
I noticed like I'll feel better too.
Yeah.
Like, I won't feel as like
Heavy.
greased up and weighed down.
Yeah. I
If you
bet.
like eat some seitan wings as opposed to like chicken wings.
Yeah.
So yeah, B52 is a delicious spot.
Honestly, you ever been to the OTB?
Yeah.
Dude, they're seitan wings.
Oh, yeah?
Seitan buffalo wings.
I've never had them there. There's this, you know, Spack Bros.
Yeah, but I've never been there.
Yeah, they have some good seitan wings too.
Oh, wow.
That's the new thing, dude.
Yeah,
and you
seitan
know,
wings.
it's like other cities, like bigger cities, are like full of like vegan restaurants. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
have like
Well,
the pizza spot has a vegan dish. You know what I mean? There's nothing like. There's only a few that are like dedicated vegan places.
well, even you know, me talking to that dude who owns El Guapo, it's like he's from Santa Fe, New Mexico, and he came up here, and it's like you talk about it, it's like Pittsburgh is behind, you know, 5 years of all the other places, like,
It really
but
is, yeah.
eventually kind of catches up.
Yeah.
because you go anywhere else, you can get them like anywhere. Like that's a
For sure. Even like with my store, like other cities have like, you know, hip film stores.
do they?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
For
I would
sure.
never know.
Yeah, it was just a thing that was missing in Pittsburgh. And I like to think about it a lot like kind of like the if you build it, they will come kind of deal. And that's literally what it was.
For sure.
People come in every day. They're like, dude, what? I can walk to the film lab. This is incredible.
That is cool.
Didn't mean to change the topic, but.
No, that's all right. I'm tangential. That's what I do here. That's what we do here, baby. All right. So.
Also, Salem's always.
Yeah. The truth.
I mean,
I've been trying to get him on here. I really have. Yeah, I've been trying to get him on here, but the person who runs the social media said that he's kind of slammed right now, and I was like, all right, just don't forget. I'll be messaging you again.
Yeah,
I'll be banging down your door for it. I got to figure out what's behind that though. Yeah. It's like that's like one of.
I just can't believe like how many dishes they prepare every
and
day,
how great they all are.
They're so good, dude.
Yeah, dude.
But there's like a million options. It's
never
crazy.
In my life, I've never had anything bad there, and I've tried everything from American food, like a burger or something like that, to like their chili chicken, to their tikka masala, and it's all just chronic, every bit of it.
I know. My problem is like the portions are so big and the food's so good.
I know you don't want to stop. I know,
and then I made myself sick like an idiot.
Yeah, if you get a chili chicken, you could eat that for literally 3 days.
I do.
For literally, but you don't want to. You just want to shove it all down.
I know. I've learned at this point where I'm like, fuck, I got to save some of this
for sure.
Or I'm gonna be laying on the fucking floor.
Exactly. Okay. Third category: 3 CDs to pick with you or to take with you.
3 CDs, baby. Sheesh. I don't know about specific CDs, but I can tell you what I've been listening to lately. Actually, fuck that. We'll go Neil Young, Harvest Moon.
Oh,
Nirvana,
you can't beat that.
Nirvana, Nevermind.
He said, fuck that.
And then probably Zeppelin 1.
I love a Neil Young though.
Oh, me too.
I've been getting into it heavy. Yeah. Like we went on vacation out of the beach. I just laid there and I was just listening to Neil Young. It's like,
or even in the car, dude. That's
man.
Great.
Oh yeah,
road
it's all great.
Music.
It's all great.
Yeah, my parents put me onto that.
He's great all the time. You know what I mean? Oh man, yeah. It's just really great. Okay, so
those are 3 good CDs.
Absolutely, those are 3 vibes. If you're on a desert island and those are the only ones you have left, like I'd be happy to listen to all that.
Yeah,
absolutely
on repeat.
Okay, so the third to last question is the death row meal.
Oh shit, that's a new sound.
Yeah. So so the death row meal is whenever I let all their guests choose their last meals before they're put to death, obviously. So you get to pick anything you want to eat from wherever you want, and I need at least 1 appetizer, at least 1 main course, and at least 1 dessert.
Ooh, I already know the dessert, baby.
Yeah.
Appetizer, I'm gonna go like bloomin' onion from Outback Steakhouse.
Hey, so good. So bad for you, but it hurts so good.
Dude. Yeah. And that sauce, whatever it's like.
I know, the Chipotle or whatever.
Shit,
you're just like, God damn.
I know. I fuck those up all day.
And then it just destroys your
I haven't
insides.
eaten one in like fucking however many years, but like I'm ready to at any second.
Yeah. One of these days we gotta go get a bloomin' onion.
Sheesh.
Feel like death.
Yeah. So yeah, that main course. Let's see. Man, I love like a salmon salad with strawberries or some shit.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's a great meal. Light, refreshing, healthy.
Yeah.
Let's just get to dessert though.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying all the time.
I feel like that you're
Where's
gonna pick
the ice
Pages.
cream, baby?
Yeah.
Where's the ice cream? What'd you say?
I feel like you'd pick Pages.
You know me too well. Pages, banana split, baby.
I knew.
I might fuck around and get 2.
Yeah. I still have never
Swear
had
to God,
a banana
I'll do
split
that, bro.
from
I'll
there.
eat one on site there, and then I'll eat one when I get back to the crib.
Wow. That's
I'm
crazy.
an animal like that. I love ice cream.
You know, I know. I've been getting. It's dangerous because they just put a Millie's out here, and
Lord.
right in Bridgeville. So it's like I'm just. let me check off this one. I got to try this
that
one.
ice cream is so good. It's so like
creamy,
but it's like it's airy.
Yeah.
Almost. It's like fluffy.
It's a perfect. It's a perfect one. And you know what else I got is we have this like dope little grocery store. It's called Heisler's Market. They have like they carry Leona's ice cream sandwiches.
Oh yeah, those are so good.
Last night I had me and my boy split a key lime ice cream with the graham cracker cookie.
I've had that. Yep.
It was crazy. And then the other day we had cinnamon ice cream on a snickerdoodle cookie. Oof. And it tasted like
Shit, you might turn into a snickerdoodle after that.
It was like it was the best one I've ever had, and I don't even really like cinnamon too much.
Yeah.
But it was all we had, and I was like, I would rather have some ice cream than no ice cream.
Yeah.
So I ate that, and I was like, this is really insane. It tasted like a latte or something. So fucking good.
I am addicted to ice cream.
Yeah.
There's an ice cream shop called Twister's right next to the store.
Oh, really?
And yes, I'm quickly becoming a number one customer.
What?
Dangerous. It's really dangerous.
You're a vanilla ice cream fan?
So there, I'll either get the split. They do like the they'll do like the, soft serve with the Italian ice joints whipped up. You know what I mean? And then they'll do, usually I'll just get like a twist with some rainbow sprinkles.
You're a rainbow sprinkle guy. Okay. You were like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they know me. Like they
what's
I don't
on
even
your,
have to say it.
What's on your perfect banana split? Like, are you a nuts guy? Whipped cream, cherries, all that?
I thought about this for a while.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting to hear.
We could start here with hard serve or soft serve.
Okay.
I have decided I like soft serve, all vanilla. Because some spots will do like the
chocolate,
hard
vanilla,
serve, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry ice cream. I like all vanilla.
Yeah.
And then the syrups, the chocolate syrup, the pineapples, and then the strawberry syrup.
You're into it.
All of it, yeah.
Yeah.
That, and then excessive amounts of whipped cream. Like, excessive.
The eyes that he just made whenever he said all of it. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm passionate about ice cream.
Yeah.
I really want to do and then like cherries on top.
Yeah.
But just classic. I can't do nuts. I'm allergic to nuts. So,
oh, shit.
So that fucks me up. I'm missing out on the crunch a little bit,
I mean, I never have gotten a nut on any ice cream ever in my entire life.
It just doesn't make sense.
I just don't like it.
What's that about?
I remember, because it was like typical, you would get them like nuts on the square ice cream from Kennywood.
Yeah.
And it's like, I hated that. I hated the nuts on them. But I can't, I feel like, I don't know, like my go-to is like a brownie type sundae. Like if I could pick anything I wanted, I would want like a little brownie in a cup with vanilla on it with a absurd amount of whipped cream. Absolutely absurd amount.
Absurd amount.
I know. I could eat just an insane amount. And then chocolate on it, over it, chocolate sprinkles, and just an insane amount of cherries on top of it. And whenever I say sprinkles, I want like a pool of sprinkles. I love the sprinkles.
You want triple coated.
That's the perfect one.
It'd be cool. What if people started like mixing soft serve with sprinkles in it?
They do that.
What?
There's places that do that.
Really?
Yeah. It's not the same thing. No, it doesn't have the same effect for me, at least.
That's like a texture thing at that point.
It's texture. That's exactly. Yeah. I'm a big texture guy. That's why I like anything with like chocolate chips in it. Like a perfect chocolate chip cookie is a cookie that has chunks of chocolate in it that are not melted. You got to have some sort of texture with it. Yeah, exactly. I think about ice cream a lot too, in an in-depth manner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to do like I said, the spot Twisters is a couple doors down from the store, so I really want to like maybe do like an ice cream collab with them or something. That would be cool. That
would be dope for sure.
Yeah, I really try to work with like all the businesses on the street. So we've had we do like this monthly like jazz show at the store. Yeah. And Tina's does like basically like a secret cocktail menu during it, which is cool. Because people could get like cocktails to go from there and then come back to the store and hang out. I work with Trace all the time.
Yeah.
They like are incredible neighbors, sponsor like all of our stuff, hook us up all the time. So
that's dope.
We're all really trying to like work together on that street.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool that everyone, I like supporting the local people. It's fun to do. It's cool to meet people like you that are doing these things. It's easier to get attached to something that you feel that you're able to like learn about on a different level personally. You know what I mean? Like you go to a fucking Starbucks, doesn't feel like a personal experience. You just go there for a coffee. But if you go to, like a Black Forge or something like that, the local places is just like, feels better.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, there's a coffee shop across from the store too. Not a lot of people know about it. It's called 4121.
Really?
It's real low key, man. But it's a really nice coffee shop. It's like a floral shop as well. It's an interesting little business. Yeah,
I like that. Sidebar, just full circle. Are you a dip fan on a cone?
What do you mean, like the
wax
Dairy
dip
Queen waxy dip?
Yeah,
I'll mess around with that.
So I saw, I don't know, I just, it randomly popped up
that
2 days ago.
That texture is cool to me.
Yeah, it is.
You get that crunch and then
2 days ago, I saw one on Instagram. It was just a page of someone just taking, I think that it was just regular ice cream they were dipping in regular wax because all the colors were just insane. I don't think they were eating all these ice creams after. I think they were just wasting it.
That's like how like food photographers like do all kinds of crazy tricks.
Yeah. But I was like, man, I have not had a dipped cone probably since like Little
neither,
League,
man.
you know, like,
yeah, from Dairy Queen for sure.
yeah, a cherry dip or something like that.
I think Pages does them though.
I'm going to have to get on one for sure. I need it like triple coated though.
Dude, I'm just like, I'm stuck in my ways.
Creature of
I'm
habit.
like, I'm like
creature
banana
of
split
habit.
or twist.
All right, that's fair. Okay.
Or like a Blizzard kind of deal with
Yeah, I like
Reese's
that.
or something.
Reese's. Oh, come on. Reese's. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. There's this frozen yogurt spot that's around here. It's called Caltastic. And honestly, such like a dope idea to do like frozen yogurt type shit because it's just like they got all that good shit and then you can put as many toppings as you want.
Yeah.
It's like I'll pay extra for more shit.
Yeah.
But if I tell you I want extra stuff and like you go to a place and they only just give you a little, come on now.
Oh, yeah.
Just let me put it on and I'll pay whatever. Just give me the control. You know what I mean? I want to be gluttonous about
That's
it.
like when you're at the drive-through and they give you like a pack of barbecue sauce or whatever. You're like, bro, let me get 8 more.
Yeah, come on. Come
They're
on.
like, that's 5 cents a pop. You're like,
I'll pay you. I'll give you $1. Give me the rest. Okay, so the second to last question, the most revealing question of the entire talk today is: if you were getting ready to go on a road trip and you went into a gas station and you can only pick one snack, what could it be?
sheesh.
Yeah,
That's a good question. That's a new one.
yeah, it's a new one.
Bruh.
It's revealing. He said, "She."
That's a great question, dude.
Dude, it is.
That's a really fun question. I mean, a bag of peanuts.
Peanuts. Out of everything?
Yeah, bro.
Just a bag of peanuts.
You get that natural energy, you know what I mean? Satisfying crunch and natural energy.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything in a whole gas station.
Yeah, I'm serious. I do that all the time.
Wow.
You get like the little bags, 2 for $1.
Are you like a regular peanut or do you like the honey chipotle?
I mess around with them all.
Oh, okay.
I like the regular peanuts. I even like the cocktail style peanuts.
I don't discriminate on peanuts.
I like the ones with like the little spicy
wasabi and shit on there.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah, I would say peanuts, man.
All right, that's a good answer. Okay, and
Like an Arizona green tea or something.
oh wow, Arizona green tea. You know,
I'm balling on a budget, baby.
those are classic.
That's a $2 snack right there.
Those are classic Arizona. I love the diet Arizona green tea even more. That's my favorite.
I
Yeah.
never mess around with those.
Oh yeah, they're fire. Got one
I
upstairs.
have, I have done the like, like the mango and shit.
Yeah, that's
Nothing-
too much.
it's
They're
too
too
much,
sweet.
too much.
It's too sweet.
Too much.
All right. So last question I ask everyone: if you could have a conversation with anyone alive or dead, who would it be and why?
My grandmother.
That's an acceptable answer. But if it's not a loved one,
If it's not a loved one,
Yeah.
shit, what did I say last time?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Probably Mr. Rogers, maybe.
Maybe something like
I
that.
think I did. Yeah. Shit, I would still go Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what I said, and
I mean, that's a good answer.
I think I would.
He's
stick
been
with
picked
that.
on here numerous times. It's a good answer.
Yeah, he was also, a lot of people don't know this, but like, unless, he was also a photographer, like obsessed with taking photographs of people.
Really?
Yes, like everyone he met, he made it a point to take a photo of them, and like to the point where it was like uncomfortable for some people.
Yeah, we're stealing souls.
Like, yeah, he was like aggressively like wanted to take people's photos.
wow.
Yeah,
Never knew that.
Yeah.
Where did you hear about that?
in his documentary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Where's the documentary? Where did you watch that at? I don't know if I've ever watched it.
I forget.
Are you talking about like not like the movie with Tom Hanks, right?
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh, you watch? I didn't watch that yet.
Oh, it's great. Man.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch it for sure.
Yeah, and so I saw it on there, and then I like had to do a little research. I was like, "What?
Wow.
That's interesting." About
Yeah, that's
him. I
super
never
cool
knew
to
that.
know.
Yeah,
that's super cool to know.
but I mean, yeah, man, just like what a legend, what a positive influence.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
asset to the
real-
community.
Yeah,
to the
just
world.
real caregiver to the city and the community and the world, even. You know,
That's a good answer for sure. Absolutely an acceptable answer.
I love old people too. I
yeah.
love old. Like, there's this my friend Ursula, this old lady. She's like 76 years old. She comes to the store and hangs out with me every day, man.
Really?
Oh, swear to God, every day. And I love it.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? And she like grew up in Hazelwood. She's like a real OG Yinzer. Like she loves it. There's a couple like old people around the stores. This guy named Waldo.
Yeah.
He'd be walking down Main Street at 10 a.m., bro. The minute the beer store opens, he's in there. He comes back with walking by the store at 10 a.m., 2 cases of Natty Light or American Light or whatever.
Wow.
He is an all original character. One day he came in the store.
All original.
Oh my God, dude. It doesn't get any more original than this guy. I'm telling you. One day he came in the store, my dog was there, and he came in, he's like, hey, he's like, I just went to the market down there and I got some jumbo. Like, does the dog want any jumbo? And he just pulls out this pack of bologna and just starts throwing bologna at the dog. Like, I mean, it's just like, I just love old people. They're just like
Characters.
They're characters. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they don't.
They got nothing to lose.
They no reserve.
You know, once you're approaching 80, bro, you got,
nothing
you're
to
saying
lose.
whatever, you're doing whatever you want.
That's the truth, though.
It is. But yeah, I don't know.
I
love old people.
I think that that's like one of the, like, again, like flea markets and shit like that were such like a cool thing for me because, you know, you had that experience with like old heads and like, like my dad's like was real close to his uncle. So like I would always be around and his uncle and his friends and they were all old people. And it's like, it really is like, it's a different type of communication you have with the older community because they really do not give a fuck. Yeah. It's like they've been here.
They'll tell you what it is.
And if you don't like it, that's just the way it is. Even like my grandmother and shit like that, like they are blunt to a fault. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you know, I don't know what that feels like, but it's like being old is wild and old people are interesting.
They are.
But hey, I mean, again, as always, I appreciate, you know, sitting down talking with you. I appreciate you coming out and talking to me.
I'm glad to be here, man.
I'm glad that, you know, everything's going well for you. You know, it's fun to hear. It's motivating to hear, you know, people that are able to navigate this crazy, like, you know, time that we've been in and, you know, kind of thrive at it. And like, that's what it looks like you're doing. Like you're always busy. You always got shit going on. And, you know, it's cool to see.
Thank you. Yeah. The whole, you know, quarantine, I think that was really like a reset for me. It was nice.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
I know a lot of people that feel that way.
Yeah, it feels like
nice.
You know, it's almost it's bittersweet because, you know, you have all that time to really like focus on yourself and like kind of like do better for yourself. And now it's just like you kind of just go back to it. So it's just like I have like a, you know, your time is scarce again and it's just, you know, life happens. But give everyone where they could follow you, where they could come to the store, you know.
We are on Instagram, Facebook, yada yada, at Bankrupt Bodega. And there's also my personal Instagram, which is at Pat Bruener. I share a lot of more personal work on there, portraits, and I do a lot of like kind of fun little like photo dumps and shit like that. So store again is 4120 Main Street. That is in Bloomfield, right next to Tina's, right next to Trace, right next to Cobra. Our hours are Wednesday through Saturday, 12 to 7, and Sunday, 12 to 5. And that's where I'll be.
There you go. So if you have film or, you know, just want to go check out a cool place, you know, stop by.
We got cameras for sale. We got film for sale. Yeah.
There's a dog there.
There's a dog there. There's good vibes. There's an old lady hanging out.
Yeah.
You know
what more could you want?
She might make fun of your fit.
What more can you want? You need to get you need to link up with Turner's and get like a little cooler in there and just sell Turner's.
Bro. That's on the list. Like a chip rack and like
that'd be dope.
A little drink cooler.
Yeah, that's dope.
We're hoping to get there.
I saw you had the quarter machines in there.
Yeah, we do. We have a little antique Skittle machine.
That's gangster.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's cool to add your own personal things to it. Like what, like you could tell what means a lot to you and like what, like, you know, resonates with you.
Yeah. Pretty much all of the decor is like, is all antiques.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the sales counter is legitimately like
an old meat rack.
Yeah. It's an old deli cooler.
Yeah, like that's sick.
All the furniture is vintage. We even sell like some little vintage like home decor and stuff. antiques, shit like that.
See that? A store you could get everything cool at. What more do you want? And there's a dog there. But, follow Bankrupt Bodega. I'll call you right back. Appreciate everyone listening as usual. A lot of cool stuff coming up in the world. Time to get back to normal times. But thanks for listening. Call you right back.
Yep, thanks, everyone.